Good morning, class 6. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing great. So, we are back on English without wasting too much of time. We will just start the English part and the course book on the section 2 of page 152. The Night Sky. It's a non-fiction thing. It's a painting of Van Gogh. So, we'll do this. Van Gogh, the famous painter, got inspired by the beautiful night sky and painted his most renowned work of art, The Starry Night. Have you ever stopped to gaze at the night sky? Maybe you have seen a shooting star. Did you know that shooting stars are meteors crashing into the earth? If you were to paint the sky, what would you paint? Shooting star, the star which you think they are falling down. Actually, they are meteors which come down, huge balls of fire which come down, rocks, and crash into the earth. It's written by Anita Gary, the Gannery, and it's adapted from What's Out in Space. Born in 1961, writes book for children and young adults. Her book, Horrible Geography, that focuses on interesting unknown facts in geography, is very popular with children. She was born in Kolkata, my city, India, grew up in England, where she currently lives with her family. She admits that the sight from her window gives her inspiration to write books on geography. When we look up into the sky, it's so beautiful, even in the morning, in the night especially. So many stars, millions and millions of stars are there, and we just enjoy the view of it on a clear sky. You can sleep under the sky. That's your terrace. That's your roof. If we ever paint a sky, how shall we paint it? At night, you can see the stars twinkling in the vast expanse of outer space. There are billions of stars in the universe, and some of these may have planets like the Earth revolving around them. The universe seems to go on forever, and no one knows how many stars, planets, and satellites it contains. No one knows. We only know few. The sun lies at the center of our solar system. It is a vital to life on Earth. Without its heat and light, nothing could survive on our planet, right? In the larger world of the universe, however, the sun is just one of millions and millions of quite ordinary stars. Just because it's close, it looks like that. Otherwise, there are huge stars bigger than them. It is made up of very light hydrogen gas. Nuclear reactions at its center produce huge amounts of energy which leave the sun as heat and light. The temperature at the center of the sun is an incredible 15 million degrees Celsius. Like the sun, the other stars are in the galaxy. Galaxies, the celestial bodies of moons and stars, are glowing balls of gas held together by gravity. Reactions in the star centers produce heat and light. You can only see the planets and their moons because they reflect the sun's light, but stars shine with their own light. We can only see planets and their moons because they reflect with the sun's light. But stars have their own light. They don't need the sun's light. The stars are so far away that a special unit called a light year is used to measure the distance between them and rest of the universe. A light year is a distance that light travels in a year, that is 9.5 million kilometers. This is one light year. So if a star comes near the Earth, it's huge, bigger than the Earth. It's far away in the galaxy, outside, outer space. A galaxy is an enormous group of stars. Our solar system lies in the galaxy called the Milky Way, which measures about 1 100,000 light years. That's 1 lakh years from side to side. From one part to another is so many years. Compare this one with 8.5 minutes which it takes for light to reach the earth from the sun. 8.5 minutes it takes compare this with the 8.5 minutes which takes for light to reach the earth from the sun. There are perhaps thousands, million stars in our galaxy, the sun being only one, and there are thousands of millions of galaxies in the universe. It is difficult to understand how many stars that makes. Small wonder that night sky is such a truly amazing sight. Try and look up into the sky and see what you can find out. How many stars can you count? How far it is. Imagine, I love the star. I love the sky at night. So read this and do the comprehension skill. Okay, that's your job. Now we'll go to the night. It's a poetry. Just now we saw what happens in the sky when we sleep. Where is that? You never knew that. Let's see, where is it written? It's written by Sergei Esnin, 1895 to 1925. Was one of the most famous Russian poets of the 20th century. As a child, he lived with his grandparents and started writing poetry at the age of 9. His poetry was inspired by Russian folklore. The great Russian poet Alexander Blok inspired and taught him to write lyric poetry, in songs with rhyming. He wrote his last poem, Goodbye, My Friend Goodbye, with his blood, as there was no ink in the room. Imagine. So you have just read about what happens in the sky while you are asleep. You have even composed a poem about the night sky. Night can evoke different emotions in different people, such as fear, happiness, peace, and exhaustion. Let us read a poem that describes the night in a beautiful way. Sometimes we are scared at night. We see devils come out at the night. So I'll come back in the next video. Okay.